All right, so face form, there's two types. There is a negative face form, which is here, and that's when the patient's face on the temporal ends of the frame is just spreading out. The temporal ends are too far out. And on a positive face form, the patient's face, the glasses are kind of warped in, okay? And this is just a front view I want to show you here, but then let me give you a top view. And so what we use is a frame wrap chart, and it just helps us understand the degree in which our frame needs to be when it comes to the wrapping. And on a negative face form, we're looking at about a 5 degree when we should be at about a 10 to close to, we would say 12, but it is too far back. The spread is just too much. And then on a positive face form, it's just too much. We're looking at about a 15 to 20 degree here when we need to be at about a 10 to 12. And so that's just one way. We can also use our 4-point touch system here. We have our ruler, and as you can see, we'll start with the negative face form. As you can see, we can only touch pretty much our bridge, but we can't get to the temporal end. So we need to kind of tighten that. And then when it comes to our other frame, we can pretty much reach the end, but the temporals are just too far for us to get. We can only reach the temporal ends. So that is an adjustment that we need to make. Now, how it looks on our patient's face, start with the negative face form here. Right, it's just too far out. And this can affect temporal spread. Remember, I mentioned that. So we have to make sure in our adjustment, we don't mess too much with the temples, okay? And then on our positive face form, it's just way too tight, way too tight, all right? And so when it comes to adjusting, we can actually use a double padded plier on our metal frames, but I'd rather use my hands. For a plastic frame, we can pretty much heat the bridge, grasp the eye wires from the left and right, and support us pushing in or out. But because these are metal frames, we should be okay doing the same thing without heating the the bridge, okay? So what I would do is I would grasp our frame. This is for our negative face form, all right? And we want to try to bring that in, okay? We want to try not to affect the temples too much, and we want to bring that in. And when sat in the middle, it looks like we're at about a 10 degree. Perfect. And then we want to bring this out, all right, because we were too far in. This is going to be for our positive face form. We're going to bring it out. And again, all right, still have a little bit temporal parallelism here that needs to be fixed, but as you can see, we're at a good place with our face form, all right? And how it looks on a patient, at a very good form here. Very good, very good. Then that was negative, this is positive. At a very good place here.